have overcome, for I am here. Might be a little while before the sweet chariot drops by, though. In the meantime, video game. Alright. So I have played a little bit since last time I streamed. For the most part, just kind of, did a little bit more smuggling, put in another order for even more champions. So the original 4 all have the, expanded magazines built in. So, gave him all stuff that has magazines for the most part. Then the other 3 that I ordered, well, I gave the high intensity laser a try after that one chatter mentioned it, and it works pretty good. Fortunately, I only have 1 high intensity laser, so the other 2 are gonna have to deal with tachyons. It'll be fine. Other than that, I remembered I had also ordered an Anubis class. Got it fitted out with some sparks. And otherwise, its main role is to just kinda stand back. Should make a decent escort. Alright. So now that I've got all this stuff, gotta find someone to use it on. Could go do the mission to take on the threat. I think they start spawning regularly after you complete the mission. In the meantime, I can go work for the Galatia Academy. Or I could see if there's any exploration missions I want to take. Like maybe these 2 missions. Three missions. Check out those 3 systems in particular. Yeah, I'll do that. Alright, time limit of 120 days. Got a decent amount of fuel and supplies, but I could always use more. Go pick some up. Sphinx has it cheaper. Sure am going through a lot more supplies than I was last time. Where's the best place to buy those? Chico Mostoke. Looks like we're buying hegemony today. Suddenly I'm using a lot less. Higher ranking officer wants a word. Wants me to go fuck up stuff over at one of the pirate bases. No thanks. Makes me more money if I don't. Alright, that's the fuel. The amount of inventory space I've got, or cargo capacity. Fill up to 2,500 supplies about. Should be more than enough. Alright. Nearest one. Survey volcanic world. Give it a quick save, just in case things go horrifically wrong. It's happened before. Maybe I should see if there's any bounties nearby while I'm at it. There's a pirate base and nothing else. Medium danger level. Some good sensors and a good comm relay along with a gate. Not the best type of planets, though. That's the one I have to go scan. Might as well get the rest of it while I'm here. Bring this back online. Give it a neutrino burst too. If I had the resources. Thing there, and something by the jump point. Hyperion. No thanks. quantity of volatiles. Oh, now I do have those resources. What's over there? A tanker. Eh, the blue star can keep it. The space highway right over there. Can't really make use of it though. There's a lot of revenant. Transmitter inside the station sends out an encrypted broadwave signal. Oh, time to test the fleet. Not quite enough to send in the last one. Alright. Two big boys at the front. This guy here. Focus you. A lot more spread out now. Get rid of some of the small fry. looks like we're winning. Right now, anyway. Still those two and the big carrier. It's him. Alright. Still have all 7? Yup. One guy in the back lines. Should be a pretty easy fight from this point. Should. Alright. Pretty good performance. And a skill point too. Combat endurance or point defense. Endurance. Probably should have looked. Got one more spark, one more lux. Do plan on switching out all that Kopesh with luxes once I have enough of them. and more want to fight. Alright, let's send in the backup squad. See how they do. Surprising amount of damage on the sparks. Lots of small stuff. Hope these guys here are gonna be fine. Looks like it might be a problem. Yeah, they're gonna need some help. Huh, they backed off. Combat readiness is starting to drop. It's staying there for a little bit longer. Might have to get some more Tempest. Speaking of, than enough. Down he goes. It's not going good over there. Oh shit. Get the hell out. Really surprised that the Griffin held up. Two orbital habitats. Lucky me. Bunch of crew. And complimentary drugs. Preemptively dump the metal. Quantity of heavy armaments. Not that much. Seems to be everything here. Next planet. Full survey of Alpha Labraxis 1, irradiated world. Too early. Soul planet around a lonely sun. Nothing special, but I get paid all the same. Alright. Last one. Full survey of Beta Shago 3A. Barren world. Next to a red giant. It's starting to look like I might have been a little too worried about the supply issue. Survey complete. A little bit of rip from the Bappers. Close am I to the bonuses? 45 more points and I get reverse polarity. This one's the one to look forward to. More max burn speed. This one's also pretty nice. Transmitter hidden somewhere planet side sends out an encrypted broadwave signal. Sounds like an ambulance going by. Looks like one too. Not sure if that picked up on the mic or not, but it's gone now. Alright. How about do a bit of exploring on the way back? What's that? Pirate Armada. Yeah, you better run. Derelicts around the sun. Star. Still not sure what the difference is, but I'm sure there is one. Distress signal from just earlier was from here. Domain error probe. Fleet approaches a domain error probe left from the initial domain exploration of the sector. Pitted by small impacts, the probe's hull displays iridescence typical of fearsome radiation scarring. Though this probe's manufacture could well date to 1,000 cycles ago, some systems are still nominally active. Nothing crazy. Another signal. Don't see anything else here. Except for these guys. Just another bunch of dumbass pirates. Another lonely star. Aired an average amount of stable locations. Look at this bunch. I'd probably head back. Go pick up some more missions. Another probe. Some ruins. Oh, nothing exciting around this spot. Can't all be winners. But it's been a while since I ran into one. A lot of rings, one planet. Do a quick loop around. Nothing here. Just a probe. Try to get it. Automated defenses. Send in you. Make it quick. Shredded. What's on the probe? Fancy metal. Alright. Gonna leave the neutron star for last, since it's gonna be probably the most exciting star system we're gonna look at. Try to get a scan of the center. Yeah, got it. Oh, a signal. After a couple of false starts, the comms protocols settle down to establish a fitful connection. Calling fleet in orbit, a connection, glorious stars. Relief washes over the man's face. Signal clear. Are you the commander of the fleet in orbit? We're miners, or we were. There was an accident. Our main rig blew. Then the company pulled out. They left us here to die. Grimaces in anger and frustration. The bloodsuckers said a return trip wasn't in the contract if we couldn't produce. Will you help us return to the core? Should probably read the rest before picking an option. After a moment of hesitation, Persia Hector quickly adds, "We've got skilled techs and operators. Lots of spacefaring experience. We'd be happy to crew for the passage home." He uploads a work crew manifest displaying relevant skills. It would require 136 crew berths to transport the miners. And, he looks around his temporary shelter. There's equipment. At least 12 units of heavy machinery. Could be recovered. Company's just left it behind, so why not take it? What are you mining here anyway? Mr. Survey? Aye, this place is a real find. He speaks with obvious pride. By the domain standard rating, these are classified as ultra-rich rare ore deposits. But with a proper operation, you could feed half the refineries of the core worlds. Unfortunately, the bloodsuckers took off with the full survey data, but if you ran your own, you'd see for yourself what a bounty you've got here. All yours as far as I'm concerned. Who left you here? What company? The question makes Persia Hector uncomfortable. I know I spoke in anger, Captain, but in these times, lots of miners are looking for work, and the hiring agents, they talk to each other. He frowns. Don't want a reputation as difficult. Man, that is outrageous. They literally left you to die out here. Gotta get by, he shrugs. But first, we need to get back to the core worlds. If you could help us. Yeah, I'll bring you guys back. Got more than enough room for it. Splendid, the minor crew boss grins. Get everyone organized down here, and have the heavy machinery packed up for you, within a shift. It'll be good to get back to work. Alright. I wasn't lying. Still not a great planet. If it didn't have high gravity, it would actually be pretty decent. Rest of the star system, however, not so much. Alright. Neutron star. The best kind of star. Was gonna quick save, but the autosave took care of that for me. It's entered by the gravity well. Not picking up anything nearby on the sensors. Kind of disappointing. Sometimes you get lucky and there's a science station or whatever it's called. Not this time. Alright. Gonna have to wait a little bit. Always makes me nervous as hell. Yeah, one of those. Do have the reverse polarity. Bad one. Bunch of mercenaries. Up to nothing bad. Exactly how close I have to be to get the trade data. Probably this close. Yup. Go get some discount fuel. best kind of fuel. Lead approaches Nachiketa Station. Lead transmits identification codes via the transponder, and I'm granted docking clearance. Arrived at a colony suitable for offloading the miners. Well, shuttle them down. As promised, you offload the abandoned mining crew you rescued from the fringe. They smile and give thanks to you and your officers as they leave. Nearly a third of the crew chooses to stay on, forgoing the usual signing bonus. Seems that they're finding spacefaring and regular wages to their taste. Yep, not gonna complain about that. Sell a bunch of these. And a bunch of those. Survey data too. Go sell the rest of this stuff over at Nova Maxios. Most oaks still got the cheapest supplies. Yeah, might as well go get some. Maybe fly by Chalcedon. Grab 1,000. Or maybe some more. Maybe a lot more. Tri-Tac corporate trader getting absolutely fucked up by pirates. What a tragedy. not taking that one. Lots of ore, but just cheaper places. Not entirely interested in bulk transport anyways. Tempting. Don't really want to piss off any of the factions though. That's how I get my money. By being everyone's friend. Well, friend, massive quotation marks. I'll buy it official. Helps with the rep. Maybe not the fuel and the supplies though. 30% tariff really eats into it. I probably shouldn't be stockpiling quite this many weapons. Clean it up later. Second thought. It's a black market trade. Sure seems to be an uptick in pirates. Not my fault though. Kinda tempted on the domestic goods, but I can't see from here who wants to buy 'em. Pass this time. Halfway to a level. Alright. Where were my contacts? One is right here where I am. One in Sindria, one in Nordia. Start with this one. Supplies procurement. As long as I keep making more money than I lose month on month, be doing good. No surplus or shortage. Story of life. Yup. Make the line go up. Just, your own line, not someone else's. Wants organics, wants to sell ore, a special pirate fleet bounty. In other words, he wants me to go fuck up the pirates over in that base in the middle of nowhere. Alright. Over to Sindria. Surplus nanoforge production opportunity. Has to be my own blueprints though. Get those high intensity lasers. What else? I'm tempted. But they'd be replacing the thumpers. They do have more range, but there's that weird quirk with how they deal with shields. Yeah, pass on him. Yeah, just get the lasers. Surplus domestic goods. Over on Voltern. See who wants to buy those first. Lost Astropolis. Over the Mayasura star system. Which is also... well, no wait. Different star system. Thought Kazaron was there, but it isn't. No shortages. Buy those domestic goods. While I'm here, might as well buy some more. Also got a bunch of extra organics. Pass on it. Sell all of that over at Lost Astropolis. So many more business opportunities now that the pirates are a problem again. Might have to keep selling them the good stuff. I'll go pick up supplies, see if there's any bounties or exploration missions, get back out there. Yep. Maybe I should also go sell the Marines I picked up. Alright. What do we have? System bounties, pirate bases. Couple of not very high value bounties that are about to expire. It's all kinda spread apart. No particularly good one. So let me just pick a direction I want to go in. Yeah, look over there. Alright. Now, we make the long and arduous journey all the way over to middle of absolutely nowhere for a whopping 50,000 credits or whatever it was. I'm gonna go take a short break. Be right back. have returned. With more drink. Unspecified drink. Little bit too quick on that. Or not quick enough. Depends on perspective. Alright. It's gonna take me a little while to get there. Could go do that bounty. It's a pirate fleet, though. Trying to be friends with those guys. No, since it benefits me so much. Not gonna bite the hand that steals. 'Cause it ain't stealing from me. Should have enough fuel. We'll see when I get there. Gonna have to ford the space river. Didn't go quite according to plan. Yeah, should have enough fuel to get back. Danger level high. Well, let's give it a go. Fuck, that's a lot of them. Good thing I'm sneaky as hell. Alright. Could probably take on the Nexus if it was on its own. Maybe, probably. The rest of these guys might be a bit more challenging. Just gonna have to sneak my way through. Wrong button. But nothing bad happened. 40 crew. Nexus is on its own. I can take it out. Can stop them from spawning. The grim expanse of the remnant battle station fills your view screen. Bridge officer rescales tactical target display so that its entire mass can be seen at once. A relic from the first AI war. The station nonetheless appears to be fully armed and operational. The combat analysis system churns for a few seconds, and then beeps angrily instead of producing the usual range of tactical recommendations. Move in. Going with this. If it doesn't work, it was not destined to be. Back up. Laser in the meantime. Just right here. Looks like my side's winning. It's definitely a war of attrition. Starting to lose combat readiness. It's not looking good. Keep firing, asshole. Alright. Most of these guys are just standing too far back. See if this fixes it. Actually. Yeah, let's not go that crazy. This might end up as a Pyrrhic victory. Stay positive. Fuck happened to the Anubis? Better jump down. Trying to tank with their armor when you've got plenty of room on the flanks. Come on, get in there. Alright, you guys won't do it? Hit the fun switch. That's more like it. Earlier. base right there left. Get him. It took like 3 unnecessary losses. Correction, 2. Preliminary reports indicate approximately 350 crew and no Marines were lost. Be a lot lower if these guys knew what they were doing. Forces were able to gain a complete victory in the last engagement. Data recovery from the AI war nexus is laborious due to the unusual hardware and confoundingly idiosyncratic data architecture. Your tech officer stumbles under words from excitement and exhaustion. A detachment from this nexus encountered a hegemony fleet, broke them in minutes. A terrible defeat. Tritachyona had intel protocols. They'd assign AIs to troll captured data stores, then feed them, or feed that back to more AIs, and oh, there's a planet killer device. Your tech officer is wide-eyed. The weapon, a planet killer. They repeat with the excited morbidity of a child who, maybe, glimpsed a dead body. The hegemony fleet cached it in an asteroid. We got the name of the system it's in. The Scythe of Orion. Over in the Delta Zaratna? Delta Zaratna system. After the battle, 17 crew were rescued from life pods. Alright. Structural damage, erratic fuel injector, and a faulty power grid. It's gonna be an expensive thing to fix. Alright, so now that their house just exploded, I'm guessing all the fleets around here are gonna be kind of angry. Let's hide in the magnetic field known as Avarice's Secret. Debris field. Unidentified shit. Most of the remnant are right over the jump point. And there's maybe something in the asteroid field over there. Orbital habitat. Quantity of luxury goods. And some other stuff. Wrong button. A lot of supplies lost from the corona. be something over by the gate. Commander Hebe Larimir. Unfortunate name. Is he any good though? She in this case. The answer is no. How many story points do I have? 4. Give you gunnery implants. Elite field modulation. And ordnance expertise. Or maybe target analysis. And the expertise. Second thought, save the point. Only have 2 left over. Or combat endurance. Something over there. A research station. It's gotta be worth it, right? A precise decapitation strike appears to have targeted the command and control modules of this station. Likely a clutch of military-grade torpedoes unleashed at close range by an unsuspected vessel. Security systems were tight and highly hierarchical. Once the central CNC went down, automatic lockdown procedures trapped the occupants of the station in their sections. Habitation, labs, research, recreation, life support, cargo handling, storage, engineering, cooling, and so on. Now each is locked, or is a locked tome, preserving evidence of the final hours, sometimes days, of the occupants. Your Salver team do not tarry to ponder the fate of these unfortunate souls, each miserable in its own way, as they cut through the lockdown doors to assess valuables. While making a preliminary assessment, salvage crews find some occupied sleeper pods. Well, open them up. 139 crew. Welcome aboard. Proximity charge launcher. Ooh. Catalytic core. Vastly improves the effectiveness of refining operations by way of a surprising quirk of osmosis physics. Operation requires access to vacuum on a scale difficult to achieve on planets with significant atmospheric pressure. So I've gotten a few of these upgrades items now. And with a little bit more smuggling, could probably get enough funds to start my own colony now. Planet surveyed. More crew. Haven't quite made up the loss yet, but most of it. Did it say over here? Transmitter inside the ship sends out an encrypted Broadway signal. Which probably means that the Remnants knows we're over here. Alright. Tempted to get the rest of these. Yeah, should have enough fuel. And probably supplies too. Location of a mining station. But where? All the way over there. So, where's this? Over in that corner. That's a lot of signals. Inconvenient spot for it. Supply gauge. Cache. Don't know the difference. Equipment cache. Quantity of transplutonic ore. Harbinger class Face Destroyer. Might as well. There's one more thing somewhere over here. Jungle world with unexplored ruins. The Elspeth star system. All the way down there. Not much here. Probably a debris field. Bunch of abandoned ships, actually. Faulty power grid. Never really used these, however. And from how many of them I've exploded over time, don't think I want them. Commander Tuan Soltis. Actually a pretty good spread of skills. The only thing he doesn't have is helmsmanship. Dismissed. And a Dominator. Didn't slow me down, but it's a lot of maintenance cost per month. 33. I think that's more than my Astral. Slightly less. Still ridiculous for what it is. One planet. Bunch of ore. Looks like nothing else. Fading out. Just in time. Couple of rocks. Starting to think it might be a good idea to stick some more high-res sensors on my ships. Since I'm doing so much more exploration now. Kinda surprised these guys aren't part of the same star system with how close they are. Alright, supplies are getting kinda low. Get the last star system here, which it looks like it's got a total of 0 planets. Lots of rings though. No sensor contacts. Here comes the drive sucker. Alright. Still selling discount fuel. Might have to go work for Galicia. Get the story out of the way. Might have to go visit Kazaron. The old man sits alone at a table, leafing through what looks like a genuine hard copy paper book. As you walk by, he looks up and offers the seat across from him. Well, let's go over and see what he wants. So good to see you again, Max Friday. Spent a couple minutes sharing drinks and conversing about recent going-ons in the sector. Before long, you get down to business. The historian tells you about... Could get the blueprints for a plasma cannon. Don't really have anything with large energy slots right now. I say as I have literally 7 champions sitting in my fleet. But tells me about something interesting, but not of immediate import. We've all heard the stories about the Onslaught battleship, the final weapon that stood against an alien threat. He scoffs, waving a dismissive hand. As if we live in some milfic hollow about brave heroes and vile aliens. Grand historical context-breaking contact doesn't work that way, at least in our body of knowledge. It's more confusing, messy, chaotic. It undermines the entire cognitive, ideological basis of society, which is then forced to reform around the great wounding of its very epistemological basis. And always, so many must die to learn these lessons. He gets a distant look for a moment, then breaks into a sardonic smile. Not unlike the collapse, huh? Must be aliens. He winks. For sure. Yup. You thank him for this, or for his de-information and get up. Okay. Not having a strong really does say you thank him for his de-information and get up to leave. See you again soon. Somewhere, he says. In my line of work, even I don't know for sure where I'll end up in a couple of months. Alright, that's the supplies. For having a high demand for it, sure not paying very well for it. Straight over here. Just gonna dump all the goods I have. Probably fix those defects I picked up. Wonder how much that's gonna cost. Guessing 500k. Pathers around here. And get rid of the last few things on the black market. Not the best place to sell it, but it's only 13 of it. Anything in excess. Nope. Pick up another 500. Keep the suspicion down. Alright. Go to the academy. Attention. Your fleet matches the profile of a suspected smuggler posted by the Kazaron authorities. You're hereby ordered to submit a cargo scan. You don't have to do that. You managed to convince the patrol commander that he would get in trouble with his superiors if he pressed the issue. Try so hard to be sneaky. And at least I got that bonus XP now. Speaking of, you will gain 18.75 million additional bonus XP on reaching max level, equivalent to 4 additional story points. Totally worth it. I already read through all of this on a previous stream, so if you really care that much, I do have a YouTube channel that has it. I think I uploaded that one sometime around May this year. So go watch that one if you want to know. Request the meeting. Eyes forward. I think this option here for Cornelius Ellick is the one for the Abyssal mission. Not gonna do it just yet. Alright. Instrument package recovery. Prison researcher, data retrieval from the ruins of New Conclave, or on a New Conclave, a scientific object retrieval. How about instrument package? All the way over there. We do it. Prison researcher. Yeah, do that one. That one's in the same direction. Might as well. And a scientific object. Way up that way. Generally the same direction though. Except alright. Should probably fuel back up. I think the supplies are good. I should have enough money that I don't have to worry about it. Consider it an expedition. they're short on supplies. Kinda surprising, but having issues with both the Ludics and the pirates. What a tragedy. Alright. Sure hope that's gonna be enough fuel. Get that one on the way back. Start with that one up here. Retrieve a small-scale momentum decoupling device from the relic ship located some distance away from the center of the star. Hope that's enough volatiles. Commander Gula Sitkin. Well, Gula. Doesn't look like you've got the required skills for the job. Dismissed. Stick a quick save in before I leave the core. Now out into the wild. Go annoy someone else, damn you. Heh. Judged too early. It's not a drive sucker at all. It's just annoying. The relic ships. As you approach the relic, your sensor officer points out signs that you're not the first to visit. Outgassing and debris around the target's hull match the profile of a recent salvage operation. More like a smash and grab, growls your ops chief. Whoever got here first was not a professional, judging by the slipshod breaching cuts and tangle of discarded equipment. Send out a salvage team, and to perform a sweep with cautious efficiency. Your mission target is missing, but they do find something unexpected. A leaky suit, crudely bolted to a bulkhead. Occupant unconscious. The victim of some punishment, evidently. They're cut free, then placed in a quarantine bulkhead while a medic attempts to revive them. Lucky him. The victim is thankful and eager to talk. And definitely a pirate. Watch through a holo feed as a story comes out about being left behind due to a perceived transgression which the others got talking and decided just 'cause they didn't like me much that I was the one to blame. Didn't do a thing to deserve it. All of your questions are answered at the cost of only breathable air, a hot meal, and a bulb of spirits. It becomes clear that these pirates knew something special was on the derelict. They came here looking for it. They were also caching supplies nearby, so it's likely they'll head there before trying to sell their treasure. If your fleet travels at high speed, you might just catch the pirates before they get away. All that remains is what to be done with the unfortunate pirate, who seems to be grateful, claims to have been wronged. But is any pirate out here really innocent? Could they be a security risk? I better not be. Because the next time around, there's not gonna be a suit. Alright. Now where? Over there. Yeah, I've got the fuel to cover it. Let me just get this place done first. Also, I never fixed those ships. Oops. Survey for a Class 4 Tundra world. In the Aru star system. Notable for being habitable. Over in the spot I have to go to. Unexplored planet-side ruin. In the same spot. Alright. Quick save. Jump in the river. Monitor. Nah, could just buy those new. Not expensive. Not at this stage, anyway. Go counterclockwise. Where exactly was that cache? Some distance away from the center. Mining station. Survey data for a Class 5 desert world. Notable for being habitable. That one there. Isa. Quantity of volatiles. Some hyperspace topography. Decent amount of fuel and supplies for a debris field. There's the target. Pirate fleet is attempting to disengage. Does not appear to be certain of your identity. Accept the comm request. The comm's open. Before you stands the pirate leader. What do you want, scavenger? She says with contempt. This is our cache, and if you know what's best, you'll be burning along to find some shiny bits out elsewhere to grub at. You know what? I've got plenty of money. What's your price? Explain to the pirate captain that you know exactly what they found, and it's only really useful to a bunch of bookish academics. Despite being useless dirt worms, they'll give good credits for certain pieces of garbage that you find in a long-standing arrangement. If the pirates sell it to you now, it'll save them a long trip to the core worlds, having to deal with the most condescending fools in the entire sector. She considers your words, then says, "You make some good points, Captain. Do hate it when worthless mud boots try to talk down to me." And she gives you a fierce look. "Don't need another mass murder charge on my bounty, just for some piece of junk." After some additional implied threats, and a bit of a negotiation on your part, the pirate captain offers to sell you what they found for 10,000 credits. Let's be agreeable. I will be taking that cash, however. Yoink. Extensive ruins. And some cryopods. 139 harvested organs. Ironically, higher value than the same amount of crew. Atlas Mark II class modified super freighter. Something I'm definitely gonna build. Lots of junk floating around in this sector. Melodic Path blueprints. Again, something that I'm definitely going to be making use of. Some topography. Seems to be everything around here. Alright. Gonna skip exploring the rest. So I'm worried about running out of fuel. It's the ruins data recovery. Barren world in the Kang star system. Or is it Kong? Distress call. We pretend we do not see it. And I say that. Gamma Sahara. Right there. Yeah, fuck it. Oh, hey there. Let's open a comlink. Just die already. You're boring me. Brave words from someone who doesn't want to engage. Might as well loot this place while I'm at it. Some automated defenses. I think one Tempest is enough to deal with the problem. Let's see if I'm right. Thing just plowed through the flares. Come on, shoot at him. Nearly got one. Gonna take a little while, but pretty sure he has it. Alright. Giving the kill command. done this earlier. There we go. No damage. Keep an eye on that fuel. Their distress call. Alpha Lagar. You know what? Sure. Or automated defenses. Send the Mixquotal. Probably not pronouncing that right. Give it the kill order. See how it does. Yeah, it wasn't much of a fight. Class 4 survey data. Some distance away from the center of the Tamael star system. Notable for having ultra-rich rare ore. Right over there. You know, next to the neutron star. Somewhere I definitely want to be. whoever sent out that distress signal probably died horrifically in the black hole. Not my problem. So now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should go check out those other star system. Yeah, gonna do that. What's the worst that could happen? Oh hey, there's the guys who sent out the distress signal. Accept their comm request. Thank the stars you showed up. Our tanker had an accident. We don't have enough fuel left to get back to the core worlds. We need further fuel. We'll gladly pay you 4,500 credits for it. A handsome markup, I might add. Yeah, for that amount, no need for payment. Not want to gouge someone when they're down. Thank you. I won't forget this. It'll make sure others know you can be counted on. What's he doing all the way out here with basically non-existent fleet? It's like he's trying to get killed by a pirate. A probe. Go fuck him up. Now the Anubis might not be so great against a remnant Nexus, but it sure kicks the shit out of these guys. Some topography. And some supplies. Skill point. Point defense. I've got one level left to go. Which means I have to pick missile specialization or systems. Considering the only missiles I have are the pylons. Or, at least I think that's how you pronounce it. Think I'm gonna go for system. Make the ships teleport all over the place. Something over here. Another probe. This part usually isn't here. Sensor returns indicate unusually short-lived charged particles near the derelict. density distribution in the internal structure has also changed from patterns extrapolated from your previous encounters with domain-era exploration vessels, as if internal masses have been removed or intentionally redistributed. In other words, they've got some AI on board. Do it again. Cool strategy. Didn't really work though. Got the location of a domain-era survey ship. The center of the Tartarus star system. Which would be all the way over there. Alright, now the scary system. And as usual, quick save beforehand, just in case. Sure, I'm glad I quick saved. A probe. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and load that quick save. Okay. Second plan. Go in right here. That's more like it. Ooh, that's a good find. A pristine nanoforge. Powerful and versatile manufacturing black box, capable of building itself out to an industrial scale, given the necessary raw materials and human assistance. This one is as good as new, at least according to its onboard diagnostics. In practice, getting defect-free Starship components is still a challenge given the overall state of manufacturing in the sector. But this nanoforge is as good as it gets. Gotta scan over here. Alright. Not gonna stick around longer than I have to. grab the probe, and leave. There's another thing over there, though. Alright, now we leave, before the space laser shows up again. Overcargo capacity. Fix that. Another location of a domain era survey ship. Third one so far. Over at Crony. Two of them actually. So there's two right there, one over there. Might have to make another expedition out that way. Extensive ruins. Nothing new. Scan of the coordinates provided by academician Sebastian shows the location is long deserted. Your sensors officer tentatively identifies the data vault on the readout. It appears to be in relatively good shape. Send down a small salvage team. They access the data vault and extract the specified data cores without undue difficulty. Yep, job's done. Just have to go back. A Thunderwing blueprint. Alright. Let's this place down. Got enough fuel back to get to whichever core world I feel like. I've got one place less to go check out. Cover instrument package from a probe located inside an asteroid field, some distance away from the center of the Okia star system. It's a binary star system with two blue giants. 'cause it is. That's a lot of ore. Too bad I'm not taking it. Contact approaching. Looks like a bunch of dumbass pirates. Widespread ruins. Under broadwave signal. Not gonna bother with that debris field. Nothing over this way. Alright. That's everything I needed to do. Other than pay off the ransom. Go do that right away. Could explore some more, but I'm kinda worried I might run out of fuel. Recovered Lieutenant Electra Tobol. That's a dismiss right there. Mission's complete. Guess I just had to get back in range of communication systems. It just means I get paid sooner. Guys are not really interested in anything I want to sell. I will sell them some survey data. The comms open on a night of Lud, bearing the handweave and wooden sigil of a knight captain. Blessings of Lud be upon you, she says, looking you over with obvious suspicion. She nonetheless maintains a civil tone. How may I serve, brother? Ask about a certain prisoner associated with the Academy. Ah, you're from the Academy. Or, not quite. They hired you. Is that right? She gives you just a glance. It is. First, I would like to assure you that the individual on whose behalf you are petitioning the Knights has been treated well. Though considering their crimes, has been confined to a guest dormitory and had technological privileges limited. The knight flips a page in some kind of a real paper notebook. Reading. See here that this academician was caught with a number of devices. Research equipment, they say. These devices have been destroyed. She looks up to see how you react, then nods to herself. We understand the need for stable relations between our respective institutions, she says. And the Mother Church has emphasized this point very precisely to our order. Excubitor Orbis Og has agreed to waive the usual procedures in place of a generous donation to the Church. I trust you have brought the Academy silver? She gives just a hint of a wry smile. Yeah, not burning a point on this. Here, have your ransom. The Knight Commander nods. You may transfer the credits to the port exchanger. Just tell him the sum is to be delivered to the Knights of Lud. You nod and motion to your logistics officer to take care of the transaction. Which leaves us with your wayward academician. She sighs. We shall have them escorted to the Outsiders Concourse immediately for your pickup. The knight claps her notebook shut. Which concludes our business, she says and pauses as if considering her words. I will pray for you, Captain, and please, prevail upon the Academy to be more considerate. Providence guide you. Dispatch a shuttle to pick up the released academician. Once on board, they appear in good health and, once away from the brooding Knights of Lud, complain bitterly about lost data. Those fanatics smashed my new tripod. Simply barbaric. It can't be my imagination, but I suspect that they hardly bathe down there. You nod politely and motion for your security chief to escort the academician to their quarters, so you can avoid them on the long trip back to the Galicia Academy. Yep, none of my business. Although there was a trade mission here. Gonna be skipping that one. Didn't actually complete that one. Whoops. Oh, too late. Just gonna go turn in the other ones. Thank fuck there's not a time limit on these missions. On the other hand, it's not like the pay's all that great. I should stop by, sell some stuff, get some fuel. Just sell all the extra. Don't care if I get a better deal somewhere else. Still not much fuel. Kind of expensive. Get it anyways. Lots of exploration missions popping up. Alright. Turn these in. VIP transport is just that one to go over to, I think it's Chico, so whatever it is. What about the other two? All the way out there. But I have to swing right back over that way anyways. Except an asteroid field scan. All the way up there. I do want to eventually go there, so accept. Oh, this is different from the one I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, do it anyways. If I remember right, I also ordered a couple of high energy lasers that I should probably go pick up over in Centria, according to the bill. Heavy weapons emplacements conspicuously track and ping all incoming ships, the equivalent of a firearm held at the ready. Reception on Nomios is elegant, muted, and polite. An antiseptic mask over business spoken of through implication. Your fleet transmits identification codes. You're soon granted docking clearance. They've been expecting you. Upon entering the traffic-controlled volume of Nobios, receive an incoming comms transmission from the office of Aknaphobos. You arrange a drop-off point for your niece. Before stepping off the transport, the young student turns back towards you and speaks. Space is awful. How can you stand it? And the crew? They glance at some off-boarding spacers with disgust. It's a good thing that... let me try that again. It's a good thing that Lot has you to lead them and set a good example. Imagine if they were in charge. Ha! Whatever you say. Get off my ship. I will take all of your fuel. Alright. Now for a 2-for-1 mission. Go get my lasers, pick up some fuel. Money is steadily going down, but I've still got a good amount. There's a fuel shortage. Shit. Still one of the cheaper places to buy it though. Get 800. Might have to go over to Umbra. Or I can just wait and go to the Fulian Raider base. It's one of the cheaper places to buy drugs, but do I want to piss off the dictator? Not really. Should fix up my ships while I'm here. Only forgotten about it for the past half hour. Well, maybe hour and a half. That might be more accurate. 180. 172. Not quite the 500k I thought it was gonna be. But it's more than half. Don't want to load this thing up with too many energy weapons because of the design compromise. Not quite enough points. Could go all Graviton. If I... Oh, never mind, I can buy some. Give it a test run. How bad could it be? Seems to be working. Definitely some diminishing returns, however. Yeah, this ain't it. Alright, same thing as started out with 2 pylons. arguably doing worse than the last one. See how this does. Well, as far as 1v1 combat capability, not great. Let's test it out against a bunch of these. Did pretty well last time. Seems to be working. Not very fast though. I don't think this would be effective at all against anything that actually has shields. Try this configuration. Keep going, went over. this isn't the best group of targets to test it on, because ion beams are basically a free win against these guys. But it is useful to know how quickly lasers can chew through. Just had an idea. Get rid of the Paladin. High intensity laser. Some point defense. Graviton instead of the ion. Try against the champion rather than their derelicts. Slowly builds up more flux than it or more flux than it can dissipate. It's not doing quite enough to get through the shield. Think of one way to solve that. It is building up the flux faster than you can get rid of it. Just have to keep the pressure on, and the high intensity laser will shred through his armor. Armor's gone. Taking a pretty good amount of damage. Still takes quite a while to get through the shield, and all of it is soft lugs. Fighters are basically useless against this guy, but that's because he's got a paladin. So you keep targeting and untargeting. Why are you backing up? Yeah, it's enough testing. Need the high intensity laser for the other ship, so just gonna stick an ion beam on the front and call it good enough. Alright. Give it a quick test run. Against. It's 225 points on my side. $225 points on their side. Let's give him some good stuff. Alright. Just have to watch the fireworks go. My side's winning. I think they've got more S mods on average than my side has. It's technically, it's their advantage. Maybe I just got lucky because these three grouped up on their own and have just been plowing through the champions one at a time. Now the rest of them are surrounded. Autopulse Fumper combo definitely seems to be getting work done, however. Then in contrast, the laser-equipped ones have a pretty good range. Gets their shields built all the way up, and the fighters can come in and just clobber them. For a supposedly even fight, my side definitely did better. Alright. Just noticed another ship I could fix. Might as well. Got to grab fuel. How effective is my fleet against Ordos? You mean the Remnant Ordos? I think they do half decently, but I haven't really tested it against, like, the actually big stuff. I have access to those, right? Yeah. Right. Standard. Couple of these guys. And just get it all the way up to 240. Deploy that. Rest of them. Alright, let's see how this one goes. Although it should be noticed, I forgot to turn off the S-Mod thing, so my bets, they're gonna win. Though entirely depends on what their radiant does. So that guy's basically already dead. There he goes. Although, one thing I just realized I should have done is given them some AI cores. That guy's getting fucked up. He's holding though. Slowly whittling them down. Just shreds fighters. shields on him though. There he goes. Alright, there's just a bunch of stragglers left, but it's not a proper test. Let's do it right. Let's try some demods. Integrated cores, I think. I don't know. Let's give them all beta cores. And just generate a group. And send in my guys. Yeah, it's they've got pretty good flux management to start with. And it gets even better when you got hardened shields on them. Now, I could go even more extra because they only have the one S mod right now for the increased magazine on some of them. If I also gave them the stabilized shields built in, it'd be even better. So it looks like the flagship is not doing super great. See how it goes. Just barely avoided that reaper. The Astral survives. That guy's going down. Seems to be my side winning for the most part. This might be a bit tricky over here. Oh yeah, this got screwed. Or apparently not. Spoke too soon. There he goes. This guy's almost certainly dead too. Guy's just gonna play keep away. all the missiles and fighters. Showed up just in time to save him. Or will they? Tempest died while I wasn't looking. Just the one left. Two left. So far, that is, of 7 deployed champions, 5 are still standing. The Astral still survived, Tempest died. Why is he turning around? Yep. Gonna call the battle there. Alright. I nearly forgot. Had one more Lux. No wait. It's not the Luxes I wanted, it was the flat. Maybe replace one of the broadswords with that. Or maybe other way around. Gives me a few points. Alright. What the heck was I doing again? Oh right, drugs. Yeah, I should definitely build the bank back up. That's a good start to that. But I'll have to do the rest of that next time around. It's gonna be it for today. Nothing clever to say. Just hope it was a good stream. So thanks for watching. See ya.